Okay, there's always questions about different setups, and I thought I would do a quick video about the setup on my FreeWing MiG29. There was a question recently on RC groups about taileron mix, and I have to say that my taileron mix is 50% with a mix. So here's my up. Okay, and there's my taileron, 50% mix. Okay, nothing special. I do have it on a switch where I only have tailerons when I go to high rates, and I normally fly mid rates for everything on takeoff, and then have then switch to high rate aileron for my normal flying. I also have a couple other things on here. Okay, so let's go back through this. Here's my elevator. Here's my tailerons. Okay, if you want to see where my trim is right now, there's where my trim is, how it's set right now. And you can also see from this, I do have reflex. I have one turn out on all my ball links for ailerons and flaps. Now, in addition to that, let me say that I also am a fan of programming different mixes, and the mixes that I have on this are typical for my other airplanes, being that normal mode is flaps, and you can see I have very little up elevator mix to that, almost nothing. Okay, I also have full span flaps. Okay, there's half. There's full. When you go to full span flaps, you do need quite a bit more elevator trim with that. So if I flip from normal flaps to the full span, there's my normal flaps. There's my full span. Okay? All right. Then I also have, that I do on almost all my airplanes such as these, I do crow and rudder air brakes. And to do that, you have to separate all your surfaces. And for this, you need 3 separate rudder inputs, because when you do your rudders input, okay, when you do your rudders in like that, you also have to have your steering on a separate channel, or you're going to have odd steering. So that's my crow. We can see I have up aileron, down flaps, and it's about 3/4 flaps, it's not full flaps. And because of the rudder air brakes causing such a pitch up, I have a ton of down elevator trim, and it flies neutral in this. When I'm flying and I give it my air brakes, my crow and air brakes, it's like throwing out an anchor in flight, and it just basically stops. So there's crow and rudder air brakes. I'm not going to give anybody any exact measurements on this. You can probably get an estimate from the video. If you do have any questions about anything, please let me know. And let's see what else. Balance is about 15 millimeters behind the marks. I'm flying it on 6,000 milliamp batteries that are medium weight. They're not very heavy. They're called Sokokin. They're off Amazon. I think they're an excellent deal. And I think that's probably about it. I do have upgraded servos. I do have upgraded push rods. I'm balancing further aft, and I do think that the reflex does help a lot. It took a lot of that up trim that I had, about 4 millimeters of up trim stock. It took a lot of that up trim out when I did the reflex. So if anybody has any questions, let me know. That's the video for this.